All right, couple things as we jump into this video here. First and foremost is I'm just gonna have to go ahead and plug metrics really quick. At the time of this recording, the first two episodes have performed okay, better than My Hero Academia Season 7 episodes did on the channel, but that's not exactly saying much. So yeah, if you like these videos, remember to give it a thumbs up, remember to leave a comment. If you can, watch the video all the way to the end. You know, the more view time and viewer retention that is shown in the videos, the better. And just, yeah, again, just engagement with videos is always a good thing to see for both the creator, oftentimes, and the almighty algorithm. So that's out of the way. But on to talking about the actual show. So a couple of things after having like rewatched and thought about things from the last episode, the way that Kana demonstrated that she does still have this view of like being rivals with Aqua, and the way that she seemed like very shocked, and like again, the interaction at the end of the episode with her was very brief, and the way that she seemed very shocked by, she was relieved in a sense to see Aqua at the school, but then also very shocked that he was intending to join the general studies department rather than the performing arts department. It makes me wonder if in some way the direction of the show is going to lead to her involvement being necessary for Aqua's attendance on condition of him joining the performing arts department. So like, again, I'm not sure necessarily if this is going to happen or how it's going to happen, because again, with what we were told last episode and what we were kind of shown last episode during the interview process, it seemed like Aqua was kind of all but guaranteed to get the spot that he wanted at the school. But yeah, I don't know. Just the kind of brief interaction that we saw with Kana does make me wonder if there's a chance that he's going to get rejected and she's going to be like, "Oh, I can pull some strings, but you're gonna have to like live up to my fantasy of you being my rival." So that could be interesting. And then on another point, real quick, I know that we didn't hear her very much, and so I didn't really think to pay attention to it or make note of it. But I did kind of vaguely recall that back during the first episode when all these characters were still young children, not teenagers but young children, I thought that I recognized Kana's VA, and I did actually end up looking up the VAs after that episode, and it wasn't who I thought it was. Unless the child VAs are different from the teenage VAs, which I didn't see anything indicating as such. Not only is the VA not who I thought it was, which was who did I think she was? I thought she was Betty from ReZero. Not only is it not that VA, but I didn't see really anything in Kana's VA in the VA for Kana's IMDb page or My Anime List. All of their all of their credits that were listed. I didn't see anything that really stuck out as like, oh, I recognize. This is why it sounds familiar. The only thing that I really recognized was, I believe that it is the same VA that does Gone Freaks in Hunter x Hunter, but that's not what I was hearing with the voice. So I don't know. I don't know. That's a lot of rambling. Let's go ahead and get into the episode. There's one more thing that I want to talk about, but I think I can probably get through it while we are sitting through the OP is something to talk about for that. So, episode 3. Oh, I think I probably need to turn the volume down. Okay, so my ears don't get blasted. Oh wait, actually, oops. Hold up, hold. It won't take very long. Okay. Episode 3 of Oshinoko, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, yeah, and we are starting right with the opening. So the other thing, and I think this is the kind of the last big thing that I wanted to talk about. The other thing from last episode, I was so we had the sort of, I don't know if conflict is the right word, but we saw the sort of clashing of beliefs in a sense with Aqua kind of having already given up on being an actor, and the director being like, "You're way too young to be giving up on your dreams." And I think that I kind of commented both during the episode, or at the very least after the episode, that I agreed with the director in that regard. But something that I don't think I specifically made mention of is, like, young people do sometimes give up on things a bit too early just because they don't really know better. They don't really have a frame of reference for, like, oh, I still have more things that I can do, basically. But in Aqua's case, I feel like he should definitely know better because this is someone who is in his, like, 20s or 30s as a doctor who died and has been reborn with this. And so I feel like because of that life experience that he had from his previous life, I feel like Aqua should very much have recognized, like, that, just like, there's no way that he's pursued all the avenues that he possibly can by this point, I don't know. Okay, now we're into the episode, and I do actually need to turn the volume up. And we are just getting a reminder of what happened at the end of last episode. Not wrong. Rude. Uncalled for. Her eye is twitching. What is... She is livid. Also, her character animations are, like, very frantic. Like, very disjointed and, like, yeah, kind of all over the place compared to the other characters. The other characters look like more normal, almost. Speaking of obsession. um, what is happening? This is his solution? Jeez. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So that means that she went from being a child prodigy to an effective nobody, I guess. Because normally a phrase like, since the last time I saw you, that just refers to, physically the last time you met with somebody. Oh, Jesus. You eat it then. But she just called him a great director. That's interesting. Oh, but so yeah, just let me try to finish this thought while still there's even though this is even though this is a very mundane interaction and scene we've got going right now, there's some very interesting things that I'm trying to process, I suppose. Ample savings from when I was a child actor. Yeah, so to that point, I guess she hasn't been a successful non-child actor because the director clearly hasn't seen her in the industry, in works, right? Interesting. I wonder if she had a bit of a breakdown of self-confidence after what we saw happen in episode 1. Instant rejection. Romance. Oh? Oh? Okay. Oh, is this one of his, like, potential suspects for who his father is, maybe? Oh, okay. Good for her, I guess. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, replacing a battery in an old phone is not hard. What kind of phone lets you do this? Holy. He counted the try. Oh, okay. I guess if he was going incrementally with the numbers. Okay. And I'm guessing this producer was one of them. And that's why he is a person of interest. Okay. So, interested now? Tell me more. What the guy yeah, she's gonna be like, oh my god, that's what got him interested? You swing that way? Oh no. Oh no, the set's gonna be a disaster. He was he wasn't confident in the work that he had done when he was younger, trying it out, trying to continue being an actor. But I feel like when it's very directly tied to his goal like this, I think that when he's got this kind of skin in the game, he'll probably put up a better performance. But of course, that's not how other people are going to see it. That's not how other people are going to see him getting involved like this. Eh. Not yet. It could end up being both. Huh? Its rating was 1 star from 11 out of 11 ratings. Like, oh, that's for the show. Okay. So the show has been sucking hot garbage. Ooh. That was... They need to replace that male lead. Nope. They butchered it. Why? What was that? How much and how long? Ugh. I mean, nope, I think she's right on the money. I don't think her acting was the problem. Tell her I said piss off. Was her performance really the problem? I couldn't stand the male lead's voice. Am I the weird one? I thought that I did not think she was the problem. What is the purpose of holding back? What? Shouldn't you always be trying to show your best self as an actor? Okay, so prove that. Doesn't do you any good to... I think she's just... I guess she's just trying to say that it's like, it's hard to do because she doesn't have anyone to like match her, I suppose. Yeah, here. It's getting long enough to become annoying. Oh, wow, she looks dead inside. They are? I I feel like I missed something. True. We saw this. I feel like you have created an unnecessary ultimatum for yourself, Bug. Swear to God, I just saw a fucking bug. Yikes! What is this production schedule? What is this, Studio Mappa? But yeah, I definitely need to rewatch this scene in particular. Because I don't understand I don't feel like I understand her reasoning for like why she's saying she's not acting up to her full potential. What is this? A confession? I was gonna say what you're, so it sounds like the behind the scenes crew knows what they're doing. I like when I like the watching the eye can be fun. Certain like strong emotions and ideas cause a physical change in how they animate his little star eye. Even this oh jeez. Why if this series had so much name recognition though, how did they not have better how did they not have a better budget for this project for the adaptation? That seems odd to me. Oh, gee, he'll be playing the stalker. Yikes. This guy is a terrible actor and he's a shit person. You can't be both, buddy. Yeah, but you were like 5 and you grew out of it. What's his excuse? Oh, keep your composure, buddy. Again, people not even giving their names. Come on now. Might be. Probably won't be that hard to be honest. So, in other words, he sucks as a casting director. Put me in charge. I'll fix this whole thing. I might not have properly recognized Kana's VA, but I know how to spot proper acting. Let me tell you. uh, what a weird thing to be thinking about. It's impressive how they can animate poor acting. Like even just watching that scene where the main guy like ran up and put his arms out, like that looked like bad acting. Or maybe you're just too depresso to actually put your heart into it. It's similar to the way that the director commented on what he did as a child in the original production. Ah. You. There was a lot of care put into that short little scene where we were focused on her face. Looked really good. I feel like on the surface, her interactions with Aqua look a lot like some kind of affection, some kind of not affection, attraction, infatuation almost. But I don't think that's it. And I don't think it's quite admiration. There's something I think it's something about like maybe recognition. She there's a longing for someone who can acknowledge her position in all this, I suppose. I think she's looking for a kindred spirit. I think that's how I'm feeling her out anyways. I'm I still hear the same VA, by the way. Oh god, is he gonna grab the wrong one? Might as well cause some chaos. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know that I have much to say about that episode. It's cool to have gotten like again like a reintroduction to Kana as a character, and it's interesting to learn that she in a sense hasn't really been up to much. She has tried to continue acting but hasn't really been successful at it. I think it's a bit odd that she hasn't, because she was like a child prodigy, and I get the idea that they're going for is like, oh, because she had such a bad personality and was bad at working with other people, it made it so that she wasn't able to get offers. But I feel like that kind of perception should fade pretty quickly when you're talking about, again, a child actor. I feel like once she's gotten to like, 10, 12, somewhere around there, you might want to, you'd probably find some directors who are like, you know what? Let's give this kid a chance. She's probably matured a bit since she was a toddler. so so yeah, I think that's a little odd, but I get the impression that we are going to learn more about her. Because there was like, if for no, like not only because she's like a main character, and I think that you just kind of expect that main characters are going to get more attention and character development and backstory and whatnot, but also there was that like really brief scene of her in her like downtrodden apartment with like just like food and trash scattered across the floor. and she was just kind of sitting wallowing in the darkness, and she said something like, "I hate humans," and then we just kind of moved on to a different scene. So yeah, I definitely think that we will be seeing more of what all is up with her, and I'm interested to see more of that. But yeah, I don't know. Other than just kind of commenting on the fact that, just kind of what we were shown in terms of her as, like, again, reintroducing us to this character and giving us a better kind of baseline of who she is and what to expect from her. I also, as I mentioned kind of during the episode, I feel like either I was missing some things during this episode, or some things were just kind of not explained super well, or not explained, either not explained well, or their explanations just straight up didn't make sense. One of those two. Unless I just like missed too much because I was trying to commentate on things, which is certainly possible, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see on rewatch. Again, I rewatch episode. I commonly rewatch episodes before I move on, so I will be rewatching episode 3 before I move on to episode 4. And sort of like I did at the beginning of this episode, where I talked about some things from the previous episode before I got into it. If I do feel like I significantly missed some things as they were presented to us, then I will try to kind of cover what my thoughts on those things are. But yeah, I don't know. I think it might just be a bit of a rocky start, to be honest. I think it might just be a bit of a rocky start. But I still feel like there are some interesting things at play. We also and we also are kind of making, the first baby steps towards Aqua's plan of discovering who his and Ruby's father is. So yeah, there was and again, just like, obviously he's now doing some acting again, and depending on how this goes, it's going to spur on more acting for him. So we'll get him thrown back into the limelight of the entertainment industry, rather than doing this behind the scenes stuff, which would not make for as thrilling a story, most likely. So yeah, there was a bunch of stuff that happened this episode. So even if I go back and rewatch and it's kind of like, oh yeah, things are just a little clunky, little clumsy in their execution, things still happened this episode. It wasn't like nothing happened, but yeah, I don't know. I am I'm looking forward to rewatching the episode, but I think I'm also looking forward to next episode, because he says he's going to cause some chaos while he's here, and not entirely sure what he means by that. I'm guessing he's just going to, put in some good strong effort to make a to kind of match the sort of performance that Kana wanted to see him give, and that she herself is capable of giving. And so that in and of itself could be interesting. And not only interesting, depending on how they want to highlight it, we might also see some more good animation accompanying it. Again, I commented, I don't think I commented on it too much in episode 2, but in episode 1 I definitely by the end of the episode I was like, wow, this animation, by the way, is kind of insanely good. What the hell? I wasn't expecting this. And we saw little glimmers of that here as well. And I wonder if we get a strong acting scene from Kana and Aqua in the next episode, if they will try to highlight the kind of importance and weight of that scene with some more of their, like, particularly well polished animation, which I'm a slut for some good animation. I always love to see it. So yeah. With that being said, I think that's gonna be good for this episode and this video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out other videos on the channel if you are so inclined to do so. And until I see you in the next one, take care. Bye bye.